And welcome back to EXP Grind. You're here with Leiel. Sasha's there in the background and apparently will be leaving at some point, I don't know. And I also didn't let Sasha know I started.
No, I was literally mid-sentence.
I know, I'm sorry. So, what's it called? It appeared in the corner a few seconds before you started up that, and I was just like waiting for the right moment for when I'm able to actually start speaking when it'll pick me up on the recording. And I was just like, at that moment you just started talking, I was just like, I had to cut you off for the opening.
Yeah. I don't mean to insult you, but is there a quick way of muting you on just you, not your audio?
Yeah, go to the party thing, go to the person itself, and you can mute the person themselves.
Yeah.
Because what, are you gonna watch the, what's it called?
I'm trying to get to that one cutscene I accidentally skipped because I didn't know it was a cutscene. How was I supposed to know, oh hey, this thing lets me walk in it, it's a cutscene that you can skip.
Right. So did you just wait? You're just trying to mute me, or did you just want to cut the audio and just call it here for the night and everything with the?
I'm saying I'm not cutting the audio. I'm just saying I might mute you randomly just to see what was going on with that, because I am interested in the story for this game.
I mean, essentially, you know what you could really do if you're using the same headset that I am? Just lower your volume all the way down to 0 for a minute. Wait, that's stupid. That'll get rid of your game audio too. I'm an idiot. Then yeah, go through your method. You're right. And whilst I'm waiting for the matchup, which will be quote-unquote over 10 minutes and waiting, I'm just going to sit here and grind me up some bud. And for anybody who may possibly be watching who even remotely has played, don't even think. Yes, I've bothered to buy at least one werewolf skin for my werewolves, for the werewolf, because this one was an awesome-looking skin, and because I like playing as the werewolf now, after I figured out that, oh, you just have to wait freaking god-forsaken amount of time to be able to play as one. Anyway, what were you about to say, Sasha?
So, since you're in a 10-minute wait, why don't you regale us with the story of something random and fun that you've done in D&D?
Me? Random and fun? D&D?
Yeah. Tell us a D&D story.
Oh, maybe how about I regale us with the time that my DM, along with all my supposed friends on my team, took my words as saying I was going to suicidally jump into a puddle of slime.
To be fair, it wasn't just me who heard that.
That's what's messed up, and I don't understand how all three of you somehow managed to hear that I was jumping into a puddle of slime when I distinctly said, oh, I stabbed this thing into the guts, and then I literally pivot the other end of the freaking spear into the ground and throw its body onto the slime. I mean, that's the thing. I used the word pivot. I used pivot. That's the word I used. You said that I somehow used pirouette. I never used pirouette. That's what you apparently heard. I didn't use that. I said pivot. Even Sheikah's claimed afterward that he heard pivot, but at the same time still misunderstood what I was doing.
It was just the way you said it, like
with such conviction. I was, mind you, I was Chibalai, but Chibalai was with such conviction. Apparently, your mind just like, oh. He wants to do a weird backflip into the slime.
Kinda, yeah. No, it honestly sounded like, because you started it with, I've got full health, I'll do this, essentially.
Yeah, it's just like, huh, I'm the only one that's not hurt. I might as well be hurt.
Which I'm gonna say,
would have been Chibalai mentality, I will admit.
After that, if you would try to, what's it called, monster handling check with that creature, I honestly would have thought, okay, if he gets a nat 20, now it's his companion.
Shit, so if I leaped into the slime and gave it basically a big old friend hug and try to be a good friend, like, be its friend one last time?
I'll feed you me. Let me live so you can eat more. Yeah, I would have let that happen.
Wow. Okay. Now I now I
That's
now I
freaking
feel
creepy as hell.
now I feel a little slighted. I wish that I wish I had somehow managed to dumb my way into that. Because honestly, that's the only way I managed to apparently come across quote unquote inspiration from the DM is dumbing my way through things when it comes to game
Oh,
when
that
we're
was
playing.
not a inspiration thing. That was just a
Well,
thing
no,
for
and I understand that
beginner.
wasn't an inspiration thing, but I'm just saying when it comes to stuff in D&D, I tend to dumb my way to awesome things like inspiration or items. It killed you! It killed you! Freaking Davros. Freaking Davros just standing there like a dumbass, just like, I don't know, you think he's crazy.
Essentially.
Standing there, just like, I'm obviously alive, I don't know what he's talking about. Just not even verifying that he almost died, quote unquote. It's just like, don't you remember, Davros? It killed you! It killed you! I still can't believe Sheikah and that goddamn freaking what's it called? I can't believe Davros has now been memed.
Oh, he's been memed super hard. He needs to be memed more. The problem is, we have to freaking record and upload our games for that to happen. Trust me, some of the shit you do with Stavros is very meme worthy.
God damn it.
That's not a bad thing.
I didn't necessarily say it was. I'm just still saying God damn it. Oh man.
Yeah. But no, tell us a D&D story. Like a legit one. Full detail.
Oh god, seriously? Like I have like 3 minutes to the match. I'm all right. Let's apparently you're getting a it's like are you sure? Because I mean this will be cliff notes if this is the case. Okay. First D&D experience ever. I woke up in a tower that was crumbling on my head. Yeah. My character was a wizard, or is a wizard, and somehow managed to knock loose all of his memories of everything he's almost ever done.
Meanwhile, I got the Dark Souls slash Elder Scrolls opening with starting in prison.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
it's a mixture of Dark Souls and what's it called, Elder Scrolls. You're funny.
I'll say this. Do you know how I chose to start my first D&D campaign? Sleeping it off in the bushes after a long night of drinking.
That's what you would have chosen.
No, that's what I did choose. And then I puked in some guards' shoes because they were being racist, and I was drunk and decided, why not? It's funny.
Oh.
And yeah, I think that's why that.
And then we got to the part where you suddenly ended up in your first D&D experience. I forgot about that old little shitty group. I was like, when the hell did Sabrai ever do this? I was like, I did not remember Sabrai being drunk in bushes and woke up like, and then it's like, oh, that makes sense. You pissed off the guards. That's why you ended up in that place. And it's like that whole racist stuff and all that. But
about Sasha.
Never mind, that makes sense now. My bad. Oh, okay. We're getting loaded into a game. Let's get started here for a sec. Anyway, to make a long story short.
Yes, make a long story
short.
I like being honest. Make a long story short. I want to see it.
Get a copy of the book Brave Story and just print literally every single word of the entirety of the book on each thread of the shirt.
You joke, but they've done that with the B movie.
They did that with the what?
The B movie, the entire script.
Of the B movie?
Yeah.
They wrote the entirety of the script down on a thread and then made that
Not
into a
on
shirt.
a thread, but they wrote it, the entirety of the script, super tiny, on that movie.
Okay, that's interesting. Never would have considered that, honestly. I just realized I was running in the wrong direction.
You were?
Essentially, when you're playing as a werewolf, you kind of want to find dead bodies as quickly as you can, as much as killing the players will give you dead bodies. Once they start picking up certain amounts of either weapons or armor and stuff, they become either harder to kill or easier to kill you. And while you're in your human form before you transform into a werewolf, you're more susceptible to damage. And turning into a werewolf for me won't come for about another minute and 20 some seconds. So the best essential thing to do is to find the piles of dead bodies that usually appear or that are always on the map. There's always 3 different basically campsites that just look like a massacre campsite. In a sense, it really does look like as if it just like, I would assume like on the set of a horror movie, just like the campsite everybody was hanging out at or something, and just people just kept just dying one after another.
Yeah.
And what's it called? You just want to aim to go there as early as you possibly can and just start consuming bodies. So by the time you actually do turn into a werewolf, you actually have some of your abilities unlocked. It's the only way to unlock your abilities as a werewolf. Humans don't have abilities, though. They have items and everything that you pick up in those same slots. The entire idea of the game for as a werewolf is just to kill all the humans in the map and everything like that in order to what's it called,
So
before
what you
they
gotta do is
evacuate.
learn where all the human items spawn that they have to pick up and hunt those locations.
Oh yeah, that's why it's good to have played as both what's it called, to know them, because it's always the same map when you play.
And make very sure that no humans with silver bullets are camping out your body pile locations.
Oh, essentially, yes, because in some of these item drops, there will be things with silver bullets. Each human starts off with a handgun automatically on them, even though they have to pick up other weapons to be able to actually shoot anything else. If they find silver bullets in general, they load it in that handgun, and it becomes an easy usable weapon against the werewolves. The only other weapon I've seen that's good against werewolves is the flamethrower. Other than that, it would be tier 4 weapons to me, which are basically the red level weapons. Any of those ones with enough shots will kill a werewolf as well. Mind you, with those ones, it just depends on the players and everything like that, and how good they are in accuracy and everything like that to do enough damage. If a werewolf's fast enough, it won't matter what weapon they're using or whatever. You'll be able to get away. But that's if you can react fast enough against the players. Sometimes you think, oh, I have enough health to last out a couple more hits against this player and try to kill them to try to end their life. They're like, they must be close to the end of their life. But the longer into the game you go, they're most likely the other players would have found tier 3 armor, and it'll take a while to do more damage to them, so they're going to last a little longer. You just kind of have to bob and weave for the most part to try to not die against them when you're, at the same time you're hunting and killing them. And right now, humans just posted up in the house right next to me. Oh yeah, by the way, there's a bunch of little houses or little cabins, like, all littered around the place everywhere. In, on the map and everything, and, I forgot what I was about to say. Oh, for the humans, you have to post up in those places and everything like that, and try to light the fires and everything like that to try to stay alive and everything. But I hereby give any advice to any humans or any player or any humans, anybody out there that might be wanting to play as the humans within this game. Don't use the houses.
So what we're saying is use the houses. Exclusively use the houses.
Sure.
I mean, you're playing a werewolf right now. You gotta think like a werewolf.
Yes, yes, totally. Use the houses. Use them. Oh, stay in everyone you pass by. What? Which one did you send me? Oh wait, is it a video?
Zim talking to, was it Yakko from Animaniacs?
If you did send that, I have yet to see it. If not, then I have yet to receive it.
Oh, it's so good. I'll send it again because I'm pretty sure I did send it.
Okay.
But yeah, it was freaking great. One of the few people who could.
Finish that thought. One of the few people that could.
Yakko a run for his money when it comes to out talking him.
Oh wow, really? Because that's interesting. Zim. That oh Zim, yeah. I guess that's probably a thing. Because honestly, the guy who plays freaking Yakko, man, I mean, he's legit. He legitly did that song.
Very a very kind of messed up joke, but well, not messed up, but a hilarious joke. But
okay.
He could. There was a moment there where he couldn't get a word in edgewise.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, Zim.
Great.
No, what I was
voice actors meet and talk in character to each other.
Honestly, though, the reason why I was meaning it is which is what I'm meaning is surprising, is because the guy who voices Yakko did that one freaking song and everything like that for Animaniacs, the world map song and everything like that. That thing was freaking.
He also did like the states and their capitals. He did. Wait, was it him who did the states and their capitals, or was that?
I think that one was Wacko. I think that one was Wacko. I think so.
Yeah, it was Wacko. I remember now. It was that, and there was another one. I'm spacing it right now, but there was another one.
Huh. That other werewolf is not here yet.
Or it is, and it's just avoiding you.
Or no, they're not here yet. It's not. Yeah, it's not here yet. No, I misspoke. It's not leveled up yet.
It's already dead.
No, I mean, no, it's, well, that would be sad if it was, and that the game has yet to update to let me know that he's dead. But, no, it means that if he's either doing a solo stealth thing and is ignoring the other wolf, like sometimes I end up doing, or he's specifically aiming to, what's it called? I forgot what's it called? Specifically aiming to ignore me, like either that or he just completely and utterly forgot to pick up enough what's it called, bodies. Because if you don't get enough bodies, if you don't eat enough bodies or whatever the hell to be able to unlock the powers, you can't even howl. So maybe they can't reply simply because they don't have the ability. In which case, makes me wonder where their location is. Let's see what humans are nearby right now. Is there 1 or 2? I see 2. There's some people there on the other side of the map. Post up in a house. Wait, are you watching or?
No.
Oh, well then I have a different person viewing. Cool.
I'm trying to get to that cutscene I skipped.
I get you. Okay, I see one right over there. Oh, one of them got a flamethrower. And I know probably some who my viewers probably like wondering, why are you allowing them to get weapons?
Don't allow them to get weapons, then they'll think they can vote.
No, they just got to a, what's it called? A, supply drop. When you play as humans, there's like at least two that I know of, supply drops that usually drop. And it usually has either some good food items, health items, armors, or like top tier armors, or at the very least wolf killing items that'll help out. Or at least one of them will. I know one of them will just have food or something like that. Yeah, and one of them just picked up a flamethrower. As far as I could tell, I don't know if he actually had fuel from that drop or not, but he at least has a flamethrower. And yeah, I just made a second call for that other wolf. That other guy is literally playing a solo mission. Not bad. I'll do the same. I won't bother to give him another wolf howl again if he doesn't want.
He probably thinks he's better than you, or that he can do it by himself. Doesn't matter if he is or not. I mean, as long as you win in the end, right?
I guess so, yeah. Oh, nice. Never mind, this guy showed up.
You didn't need to respond to find you.
Yeah. I mean, he finally caught up to the location. He must have been on the opposite side of the map when he finally heard my secondary, what's it called? Call. And, yeah. Damn it, I'm need to eat more bodies. Let's see, where's the next... Oh, not too far away from that pile. Alright. That'll work. Finish leveling up these powers. Get that last fourth power. It's nothing, like, honestly, the fourth power isn't that special to me. Honestly, the third power is the most useful. The third and the first. The second only allows you to call to other wolves, which is useful, but if you become the only one on the map, there's no longer a use for it other than, like, maybe letting your position more or less known to the others. You can like scare a couple of humans that are like nearby or something like that by like sneaking up on them, then just suddenly howling, which is kind of fun. But that fourth ability and everything like that, I mean, it's like a lunge attack type thing. You kind of like slightly lock onto the enemies, and then you're able to like lunge at them and attack. But it's I don't really know how to explain it. It's not really that great, not unless I just haven't really figured out how to use it right. I don't know.
You haven't figured out how to use it right. Got it.
Maybe. I don't know. It just says, like, when you're locked on to an enemy, you have to have an enemy locked on for it to be, like in your sights for it to work, and it locks onto them in a certain way. And you do, like, a lunge attack thing at them at first, and you're, like, attacking. I don't know if it's, like, supposed to be meant to be a, like, relentless attack or something like that, but then if you, like, move the camera out of the way completely from the line of sight to them, then they are, what's it called? They literally get away from the line of sight of it, and it breaks the ability. Damn it.
Defeated.
See, then I stayed locked onto that guy, couldn't run away. See? Double-edged sword.
And I just learned how to sprint.
In that game?
That's not what I was expecting it to be.
Which button?
Hold R1.
So, kind of like how randomly in what's it called? The Last of Us, L2 was the run button?
Yes. I'm used to holding circle to run.
Okay,
I'm so
makes
ingrained
sense.
in my DNA at this point.
And again, people, I apologize. When it comes to this game, there is going to be a long wait time, usually when you play as a werewolf. I like playing as a werewolf. However, I know I have a viewer. Do me a favor, viewer. If you do want me to play as a human instead of waiting this long time to play as a werewolf, send just a random quick message and we'll play as a human. If you do want me to continue playing as a werewolf, do not send a message whatsoever. What, Sasha?
I could regale you with the boring story of what's it called, Yasha.
Of Yasha? Sure, tell me about Yasha.
Yasha.
Yasha?
Not Yasha. T-Yasha.
Who's Yasha?
Not E. T.
Who's Tiasha?
My first D&D character.
Oh, right, the one you were talking about earlier. Okay, continue. Regale.
So, like I said before, it all started with starting the game drunk off my ass.
Alright.
So,
I mean, so did I.
Yeah, but I wasn't playing a drunken master monk. I was starting at level 1 and 4.
I understand. Mine was expected right off the bat the moment you hear my character's existence. You're like, oh, he's perpetually drunk. Go ahead.
But nah, they're just like, and I wasn't drunk. I was sleeping it off in the bushes in the middle of a random ass park.
Okay.
Like a good old hobo, covered in chainmail and geared out with weapons to the teeth.
Alright.
So, basically, I woken up by the ruckus of the town guards being racist to the other players.
Right.
And, of course, my first instinct is, go over lean on them, hand over their shoulders, and puke in their shoes.
Oh gods.
So of course that led to going to jail.
Those poor shoes. Or boots. Or greaves.
Yes.
She's like, yes, all of the above.
So I slept it off in the drunk tank in prison. I kind of made things worse for us by talking about how the guards let us keep our weapons and shit in prison. You're like, are you sure? I mean, because I was replaying Dark Souls for the first time.
Right.
And I was just gone to that part in the Duke's Archives where you stab the lizardman who's leaning against your cell to get the key.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just like, you can just poke him in the back and escape that way. I mean, and of course the DM took offense to me bringing light to that. And
bringing light to stabbing him in the back? Or poking him in the back?
Yes. Yes, actually.
Wow. Okay. This person was very pro-life, I guess, or very... Like, how do you take offense to a game where you know fantasy and, you know, people are gonna play dark characters at times?
Well, took offense to me just going, yeah, no, this guard just leaning up against the jail cell, not exactly the smartest move for this guard. And I guess she took it as me saying it's not a smart move for her. Maybe. I don't know. All I know is she didn't like me. So
wow.
I sleep it off in that jail cell with the rest of the party after we get our shit taken away.
Wait, the rest of the party ended up in there too?
Yes. Because they were being racist and I made things worse. And
then they
were being racist and I made things worse in prison.
Oh gods.
So, of course, I had only one response.
Peek in the shoes again?
As soon as we got taken out of the cell into hard labor where you could break rocks, the first thing I did was, okay, we gotta escape prison. My thought was, start a riot. The DM asked, okay, how? I throw a rock at the biggest, baddest looking dude. She has me roll. I roll high. She goes, okay.
I'm surprised she didn't ask you where'd you find the rock.
We were breaking rocks. They were pretty...
Oh, yeah, okay. They were... okay. Go ahead.
But no, the big problem was, okay, how are you going to convince him to start a riot after you threw a rock at the biggest guy in prison? I point at the guard standing right next to me. I roll.
No, what's really awesome about that type of deception is that I'm imagining you standing like, okay, let's say this guy is facing.
For that, I rolled a nat 20. I didn't know what nat 20s were, so I just rolled really high because I was a high charisma character.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just like, oh, I had so many plans and it's ruined by this. So,
that's hilarious. But what I was gonna mention though there on that spot, just because it was priceless in my head, that freaking I honestly simply saw in my mind the way you described that guy standing there.
I thought you were going to go Killer Croc from Batman the Animated Series.
No, I was like imagining the person that you tossed the rock at or whatever standing like directly in front of where you're standing at, and he's like you threw it at like his right shoulder or something, and the guard is directly behind him, and you threw it at him, and your nat 20 somehow allowed you to fool this dumbass into you pointing to the guy behind him and him believing that the rock that was thrown to the side of him came from directly behind. That's what that's what I imagine when you described that, is what I'm meaning. I was like, oh, you got a nat 20 on that type of throw? I'm like imagining that as the situation just to make it that believable.
I didn't know much, but I tended to make things a lot worse. It wouldn't have been nearly as bad if...
Were you playing chaotic evil, or were you playing chaotic neutral, or anything chaotic?
I didn't know what I was playing. It was my first time through, so I just figured, you know what? Chaotic neutral, I'm just some random rich chick from an affluent family who just decided I'm running away and exploring the world.
You're like, I'm a wing it. And you decided to do what you do in any other game, and you realize, oh, the game master isn't a, PC or a, what's it called, freaking, what is it called, it's not necessarily just the computer, but I mean, it is the computer, but I mean, it's like I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, it's just the computer. God damn it.
I'm gonna say this. One of my decisions wouldn't be nearly as bad if the combats and shit were set around. Oh hey, like 4 or 5 level 1s, a DMPC, and a level 18 DMPC.
I mean,
so yeah, my weird bullshit of oh hey, we ran across some random weird creature. I'ma take its horn and decorate my shield. They were out of our level range, so only the level 18 and the other DMPC could do shit.
Oh gods.
And then, oh hey, we're in a dragon's den. Okay, thinking like a warrior, I'm a warrior.
Oh wait. Dragon's Den. Is this the moment where one of the characters tried to rape a dragon?
No, I wasn't there for that.
Okay.
No, so next thing we know, we find our way to a cave. We decide to explore it. Turns out it's a ruin, cause this cave is a ruin. In a mountain. Okay, there's a dragon sleeping in it. It's not a dragon old enough to know polymorph. And it's way too big to fit into this area.
Polymorph, right? That's the one that'll actually turn you into something, right? It can turn others into something or turn itself into something.
Yeah, generally beasts, but yeah. Anyway.
But just, so that's to both. It can turn itself and others to creatures then?
Yeah, you can turn yourself or other creatures.
Okay, because So that's what happened to poor Muscle Wizard then. He came across a dragon or an ancient dragon or something very powerful enough to cast true polymorph on him.
No. He found a cursed scroll.
Oh, cursed scroll.
Baleful polymorph. An older edition version that's basically the cursed version of polymorph.
Interesting.
Anyway.
Go ahead, continue.
But anyway, so I'm just being the accidental chaotic asshole, but in that moment where we enter this cave, which was directly after getting kind of saved by the DMPCs, because of course they needed to be there. One of them was literally just Sephiroth from freaking you-know-what.
FF7?
What's it called? Yeah, two of the stealthier characters are just like, yeah, no, we're gonna scout ahead. And I'm just like, okay, my character's a warlord. They're sober right now, so they're gonna think a little more logically. A warrior who's just in a place that's, okay, could be combat around the corner, but it seems safe right now. Sleep when you can.
Okay.
You rest when you can. I'm used to living life on the battlefield kind of deal. So I just decide to sleep. Next thing you know, the other characters are discussing safe passage. The whole while I'm just like, oh yeah, I've got face step. I can just teleport to the other side of the dragon and leave the room without bothering it. So I didn't have that my first day playing.
I'm about to head into a match. I don't know if you wanted to try watching it or not or whatever to check it out. See if you get interested in the game to finally maybe join in one time.
I literally just got to that cutscene I was trying to get to earlier.
Oh, okay. Alright, go ahead and mute me and enjoy that for a while. I'm gonna get into this then.
But let me finish this real quick.
Go ahead.
Let's just say that DM tended to dislike me with some of my weird ways of solving obstacles. So one of the things is, oh hey, in this dungeon thing, there's a desk filled with papers and shit. I go to inspect it, roll really low, can't understand anything of it, so I just push all the papers off the big table desk, flip the table desk over, and then bridge it over a gap to get one of the characters freed from the trap they were stuck on, because a pitfall fell behind them and they were stuck on the other side.
There we go. Interesting.
It's just like, the table's not long enough. I just go up to the corner and go, diagonally it's long enough.
Son of a bitch. Wrong place to be.
Another moment where she just gave me that look of, I fucking hate you. So yeah, I honestly think she fucking hated my guts for my weird way of problem solving in that.
Damn. Simply because your mind somehow outwitted hers in certain ways or something like that, and you're just like playing the game, and she's just like, damn you for being a good player.
Yeah. It was my first time through. I was trying to talk it out, learn how the abilities work.
Not only that, but when you first hear about D&D saying basically you can do virtually anything as long as you roll for it or something like that, then you're just like, oh.
Let's just say, I had a lot of abilities that I didn't use right. I was trying to talk it out and learn how they worked in my own way. I didn't know meta back then, so I was strategizing, and in strategizing trying to get information out of them without asking openly, because I felt awkward because it was my first time playing and the rest of them had played before.
Right.
So I'm just like, okay, if I use this ability, Commander Strike, it says you can get an attack. Does that mean I get to attack first? Because I think that's the way it's worded, which I later found out, I hit a creature with that ability, then I can make an ally get a free hit on another creature. Really cool move. No answers, really. It was just confused strategy talk, that most of it which I didn't understand because it's brand new to the game.
Right.
So, yeah, a lot of weird meta shit, because, like I said, I have never played before, and I didn't know what meta was then. And, like, one other session happened, and then, while I guess another session happened when I wasn't there after that, and that was the whole incident of weird kinky times with the Dragonborn that went wrong and killed the game.
Oh, God.
Next time we played was 5th edition, which was so much simpler for me to learn. Mostly because, and I'll say this,
you had the books layout, and you were able to...
No. Because even having the 4th edition books, I'm looking through it, a lot of this shit is just like, the layout. I mean, if it were laid out, if the book layout was like 5th edition, I could understand it. But since the layout is more Excel document style, in a sense, I don't know how to fully explain it.
The format
is different, and the format used in the books for 4th edition just make my brain go, "Gah, I don't understand, you're a 12-year-old idiot who doesn't know how to read anymore."
So basically you get what, typesetter dyslexia or something?
Kind of, with the weird format they use in the 4th edition books that makes it hard for me to understand what it's saying.
Right, like certain...
5th edition, the way it's laid out, it's just like, oh yeah, no, this is smooth, this is direct, this feeds directly into my brain, and I remember everything I've read.
I mean, honestly, that is a possibility of a thing, being it could basically be a type of dyslexia for you. There is...
Maybe.
I've read a couple of things on, what's called Reddit about, fonts. There was literally, it was just a random, like, mildly infuriating...
It's not the font, it's how the pages are laid out, how the information is displayed. It's just made my brain turn off and not understand that fucking thing.
Then yeah, it might just be format then.
Sentences. Yeah, I could read the words, I could read the sentences, but none of it made sense. None of it sticks.
Huh.
Even now,
something just makes your mind go dumb.
For me. Yes.
Huh. Go figure.
I can pull a book down, look at it, and go, I have no idea what I'm looking at.
Right.
I look at any page of 5th edition, I'm just like, oh, okay, I can read this makes sense.
Right.
And it's not the wording. The wording is technical in a way that I can understand in both cases.
Right.
It's just the format makes my brain go, okay, I'm looking at this paragraph, but for some reason,
whatever that paragraph you just read.
Every other part of the page to understand this paragraph.
Ah.
And
Huh.
I don't understand why it does that to me.
That's interesting. That
It
format
is
makes
not
you
perfect.
focus on the wrong
A lot of people
thing.
hate 4th edition, but it has a lot of cool stuff in it I want to steal for shit in 5th edition. The problem
Right.
is,
Create 6th edition,
4th
Sasha.
edition can't understand 4th edition.
I was gonna say, Sasha, strive through to understand 4th at some point and create the 6th edition, the pure mixture of 5th and 4th.
I'm gonna say this. 5th already stole some of the best stuff from 4th edition, like ritual casting and long rest, short rest mechanics.
Uh-huh.
And some of the other stuff that is in certain classes, but for the most part, the stuff I want to steal from 4th edition is just, like, monster stuff, really, because, like, oh hey, when this creature gets bloodied, it enters this completely different fighting phase, or if this creature gets bloodied, it spawns a bunch of minions, each of which have, like, 1 HP, so you can just... So in the middle of fighting this big boss, you can just feel like badasses slogging through hordes of enemies that are rushing to protect it after it realizes it's not going to win this fight.
Right.
Like, it has some really cool thematic stuff like that that really helps plot and making the players or the characters feel badass.
Right.
And cool. That I want to steal and adapt for 5th edition. The problem is, I can't process the way the thing is displayed in 4th edition. I have to look online and see other formats of the exact same information to understand it.
Right. It's like, has anybody transferred this shit into, like, Times New Roman for me?
But yeah. Like I said, I can send you a few pictures of some of the pages. It's like super blocky and
right, but no, mind you, that's a joke on my end. I was just trying to say that Times New Roman is literally the font that dyslexic you say is the best font. So that's the one that you enjoy and that you could read clearly and everything like that. Is like the way you grew up learning and everything. However, that same font.
The best font for people who are dyslexic is
a different one. Yeah, I was gonna say there's a different one because when it comes to Times New Roman, the 4 letters that they usually have the most trouble with are exactly perfectly the way they'd have trouble with them normally in type or written or anything like that. It's just they're written like typed out on what's it called? You know what I mean? I don't know how to. Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those things that my brain just has trouble processing is the way 4th edition is laid out in the books.
Right. It might be some form of dyslexia, like I said, just something about that format just makes
it just makes me dumb the way it's laid out.
Right. Like suddenly, like all the information you read out of all of that just didn't compute or didn't make sense simply because of the layout.
Yeah. Which I've never heard anyone else have that kind of problem, but it's not just a 4th edition thing. I hate the layout of the Dresden RPG.
Right.
Like, it's not just that it's laid out bad, which it is. It's that there's a bunch of weird notes in the margins that are done in such an obtrusive way, it kind of feels like you're getting some school textbook that all of the worst students have had for the past, I don't know how many years since the book was brand new, so it's just graffitied in, written in, doodled in, all kinds of shit. So it feels like reading that, as well as being laid out, having a bad layout that makes you just feel like, yeah, no, I'm back in school, and this is not processing. I'm just going to zone out until class is over.
Right, I get you.
That's how I feel like whenever I open that book, those books. So yeah, and I've seen it with a few other RPG books too. The layout, the way they lay it out, can be
Right.
super hard for you to wrap your head around. At least for me,
Huh.
it's just like, okay. Meanwhile, 5th edition, I've never had that issue. In fact, I've had the exact opposite of that issue. I can just glance at something and go, oh, okay, I understand it without reading it properly.
Right.
So I have no idea what that is or what's causing it. But yeah, that's why I had trouble with 4th edition, that and just being brand new. Well, yeah, if I ever learn 4th edition, we could probably try running that one of these days just to get a feel for the system.
We can.
Because,
Mind you...
like I said, there are some classes in it that I really like the Warlord, which 5th edition doesn't have. The closest you can get is a Bard, but then you're a caster, not a real prominent melee fighter.
Right.
But yeah. So, I guess I'll exit this, chat.
I don't know if you want to exit the chat, you can exit the chat. I thought you'd have exited... thought you'd have, like, exited, what's it called? Your, what's it called first?
Oh, my character's just standing here in this, what's it called, cutscene that I have to walk through to progress in.
Uh-huh.
Because apparently you can skip those in this game, which awesome to know for when I'm playing it in the future, because I kind of hate those kind of things in other games when I've seen it already once before.
Uh-huh.
Also because, oh hey, your walk speed is already slowed down to a goddamn crawl.
Huh.
Because reasons. But yeah.
No, what I was meaning is that I thought you would have at least opened up the thing on your system to watch the stream of this, so you can at least check out this game.
Oh,
since like I said, I wanted to.
This cutscene.
All right then. You can go ahead and mute me whenever you want to be able to see your cutscene though.
I will say this though.
What?
You know how it took me a little bit to get through that whole section when you started watching?
Uh-huh.
I breezed through that now that I have a basic understanding
of how it went and everything like that. You're just like, oh, I already got through this.
Like, okay, I can just kill these things like relatively easily now. I don't even have to get annoyed by what's his face killing them before I get the chance. I've just been backstab chaining.
Right.
It's like, oh hey, now that I'm not thinking about it and I'm just trying to rush to something, my Dark Souls instinct kick in and I get almost good. There's probably some freaking insane people speedrunning this game already, but... so, I'll mute you right now.
You're good.
After that, I'm probably gonna do a thing.
Alright, so we lost Sasha there, dear viewer. But, let's, try to get a feel for things. Oh well, this guy took a sniff of the area. Does he know where to go? Does he find us what's it called? Is there a person here? Is this like, does he know where to go or not? Or is he just wasting his... I feel like these guys are just morons. Let's that was mean, I'm sorry. Let's okay. You know what? I'm gonna take off this way. I'm gonna search this side. When you don't have a target, run until you do. Besides, the morning has finally come, in a sense, so at some point, one of these last 3 humans is going to mark the helicopter for extraction, and we'll be able to know where the helipad is going to be, and we'll be able to get him. Yeah, you guys can howl all you guys want. You guys are morons. You guys used the sniff ability and couldn't even find anything in that direction. Like, if you guys can, there's 2 of you, you can go get them. There's 3 humans alive. I'm assuming it's a team. That's my assumption, but mind you, the last couple of people I ran into were single kills, so there were 3. Or, they're not 3, 2 singles, so, or at least for me. I don't know. I just activated my running ability when I shouldn't have activated the running right then and there. Oop. There's one person right down over here. Yeah, no, this one's my kill, guys. Sorry. Will you just try to get my attention? Damn it!
Defeated.
Okay, that was my bad entirely. Those guys are gonna just like, we were calling you to stay alive or something. I should have probably called them. Shit. That was my bad. Okay, let's see. I don't know if I still have my viewer, but let's see. If you are there, do you want me to keep going as a werewolf, or do you want me to go as a human? If you do want me to go as a human, like before, send me a message. If you want me to wait out another 10 minutes to go as a werewolf, I don't mind. I will go as it. If you want me to just keep hunting as a werewolf, let me know in just a few moments. I will give it. I'm going to start up the werewolf, since that will take minutes, and you let me know if you want me to go to the what's called. There's a cancellation button. I can cancel at any time. Human is a quick load in. It'll take only a couple. Usually only takes a few seconds. Sometimes it'll take up to a minute. The most I've ever waited has been 2.5 minutes total, and that was only once. And I think that was close to when I first got it. And I believe that was more because of the fact that it was a brand new game that was like well, at least what was being announced at the time or something as a brand new game. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know how else to explain that. And Sasha's enjoying a cutscene thing, their mind trip of a game. That's fun. You know, I'm curious now. When people leaving a message on the stream, does that mean you'd have to message it on a PS4 system for me to see it, or YouTube, or both? Because I'm wondering if I'm like not seeing any messages whatsoever simply because of one or the other. Also, the fact that, mind you, I'm not seeing any notifications, at least for messages for it. Plus, I'm also not viewing immediate messages. Actually, since we're waiting around, maybe I should give it a quick shot. Let's look. Yep, no messages. So I got 2 viewers. Come on, guys. You guys want me to keep? You want me to keep going as werewolf? All right, then. If you guys want me to keep going as werewolf, I don't mind. Let's do it then. I'll do it. But
Hello?
Oh, Sasha! Yay, Sasha! Someone to talk through at least the next few minutes while we wait to be a werewolf again. Oh yeah, Sasha.
Hello.
What happened? What was the cussing about? That was interesting. I don't dear viewers, if you can go back to Sasha's earlier stream on our site and everything. Literally the butt end of it, we jumped into this game. So yeah.
I basically walked through the memories of the Oliver Cullen freaking Twilight vampire asshole I killed.
Oh. Was it actually worth it though? Was it something you needed to know?
It wasn't something I needed to know. It was something I wanted to know.
Okay. So I was just curious if it was pertinent information or if it was just, information. By the way, I don't know if you got a chance to watch it, but I sent you a message a little earlier of Dr. Stone Abridged.
Yeah. I've seen that popping up in my recommended quite a bit lately.
That particular one, the pilot from that particular, what's it called? Watch that one. I don't know about any others. The short ones are kind of stupid. This one was enjoyable to me. I loved it.
Okay, it's the one where he pretended to be a sociopath but actually wasn't.
I mean, kinda, I guess. At the very beginning where he kind of seemed like a sociopath, yeah.
And then it went through him not actually being one because loneliness and shit was bad.
Thank you.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I love Taiju in
You're not feeling hard right now. Yeah, so, I saw that one.
You mean the entire time you've been here, you haven't choked the chicken, burped the worm?
I'm gonna say this: the only thing that made that worthwhile was the big oaf.
Okay, guys. Okay. Other viewers, I know this is random and everything like that, but when you get a chance after our stream, remember jot this down, or if you want to just completely and utterly leave us all together just to watch it. Honestly, go and look up Dr. Stone Abridged by. Wait, let me check. Pilot, mind you, it would be in parentheses pilot. Let me check what the creators' names were so I can tell you specifically, since I can't just give you a link to it.
I mean, you can later in the description.
I mean, I could, but you're the one who actually has more of a connection to our site than I do. Joyride Entertainment. So if you look up the video, it most likely will pop up immediately, but look up Joyride Entertainment as their site. They're the creators, and that particular video is awesome.
Yeah. It was, but,
hey, I mean, I liked it. It's
going to have the longest life.
It's true, but then again, but yeah, it's not. It really isn't. It's not going to be like Dragon Ball Z Abridged. It's not going to be Team 4-Star. It's not going to be freaking what's it called either. I just thinking SAO, but I can't remember their name. Something Witty Entertainment. It's not on their level either. Yeah, and there's this. Okay, so I really liked that one. I watched through that, and the reason why I liked that one is because they kind of like mixed jokes from like every abridged I've already seen all into one series.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm not even joking. Like every single one, they had like a joke here or there. When I was just like, wait a minute. I was like. I laughed at it because I remembered it, and then I stopped. I was like, "Wait a minute, that was from what's it called?"
Yeah,
it was good. I liked it.
Yeah, they're real meta about it. That's kind of why I like it.
Right.
And that's like the only way I want to watch.
All right, we're heading into a match. Go ahead.
Log Horizon.
Right. Log Horizon. Well, honestly, I've already seen at least the first season of Log Horizon. I need to see the second season at some point. When I bother to. I'm still invested in Dr. Stone at the moment because the series is going so well. I mean, I've been invested from the manga. Thanks, by the way.
Yeah.
No, honestly, thank you. Dr. Stone is a freaking epic series.
Making you watch good anime, don't I?
Or reading the manga when it's first coming out, so I have to wait week by week by week for a single chapter. Yeah.
Hey, it's worth it.
In the end, it is, but I would like to have been informed a few years later when I could have just read everything or watched everything in bulk.
Yeah, but what if it ends up like the next One Piece that goes on forever?
That's true. That's true too. But it is very entertaining. I love it so far. I don't know where I'm running to already. I thought I was playing as human. Where's my axe? My bad. Oh boy, you're paying attention to the conversation and everything and not paying attention to what I'm supposed to be doing at the moment.
Wait.
My first immediate instinct was to survive as human, so I was like thinking...
There's a Red Riding Hood, what's called, game in this game. Like a game mode.
Unfortunately not. I mean, that would honestly be really interesting. I'll give you that. Okay, so when you load up the game, since it is technically a battle royale, it does actually have a story. It starts off with a little opening cutscene thing saying basically that all of this is a testing grounds from some weird underground company thing. And he's like inviting some woman, I believe, to come and view it, like a spectator sport thing. And it's essentially showing like when you start off as humans and you start off as the most basic humans, you start off with a character with in a red jumpsuit, pair of pants at the very least, and if you're not wearing, I believe, the whole jumpsuit. But yeah, I'm assuming these people are prisoners of some kind, and they're being put through this. Just their aim of the goal, their goal is just survive. If they manage to survive and be evacuated out of here by the helicopter, then they win. And then they're testing their, I guess, bio weapon of the werewolves. So that happens. This guy wanted to start fighting me? Alright. Oh, running away already? What's wrong? You running out of health? Concussion grenade don't matter to me. Thank you for just tossing concussion grenades that don't do shit. I realized early on when they came out with a recent update very, very recently, and when the moment I played or like tried it out, yeah, the concussion grenades don't really do shit. I mean, it does it does technically, I guess, if it hits you dead on, it probably does like major. But if you're like only a few feet away from it, it still doesn't do that much of damage whatsoever, as long as you're not looking at it, I guess. I've never gotten any damage from these things. I've thrown these things at people, and it doesn't do shit to slow anybody down. So, yeah. They're useless to me. But anyway, where was I before? What happened? Where were we? Oh, right. I think I was describing the story, wasn't I? I cannot remember. Shit, I spaced that out. But yeah, that's all from what I remember from where I was in the story is just like, yeah, the guy just invites the girl to come watch this like a spectator sport. Oh, and that these people might be prisoners as far as I can tell, meant to survive. And the werewolves are bioweapons. I think that's what I was saying. Like Cliff Notes. Let's just sit here making squelching noises while digging through bodies. Well, that's quote unquote eating. Eating from the ground on that one, and it still shows blood and viscera. Huh? Ah! More bodies.
gonna see if I can find that super anime song that's in this game and send it to you so you can listen to it. It's freaking hilarious.
Okay. Honestly, though, Sasha, I do say that you should try getting into this game. Then we can at least go on a 3-man team, you, me, and what's his name? I'll say his gamer tag for his sake, because I don't know if he wants his name said. Doom 505.
I don't know. I might be willing if it's you, me, and Chica.
I mean, that's a different gamer tag, but I mean, if it's you, me, and Sheikah, we can definitely do it if Sheikah's down to do this game. But again, it is a battle royale if you guys are even down or up for a battle royale. If not, then you don't have to bother.
Me and Chica tried, what's it called, together, Fortnite. Not the best game in the world.
That's true. I mean, Fortnite is shit in comparison to this, in my opinion, personally. But then again, I've never really played it.
If we're willing to try Fortnite together, we're definitely willing to try this.
I guess that's true. And I know I'm being harsh on Fortnite. I'm down on the game, not on the players. I don't mind if you guys play the game. It was not my cup of tea. I didn't really care for it myself, but mind you, I only played like 2 rounds in general, and it wasn't that fun. However, I do like H1Z1 and this one. Don't even think. So check these out if you happen to like battle royale games in general. If not, if you keep liking Fortnite or so, just keep liking Fortnite. Be you. I don't care. I personally just do not care for the game.
Like I said, it was only fun when playing with Chica, and that was only because I was playing with Chica. The game itself was kind of meh.
Sometimes battle royale games can be like that. Like I said, it's more fun when I'm playing this game with Axel and everything. God damn it! I said his name when I shouldn't have said his name. Damn it! I'm stupid. Our friend. You didn't hear that. Anyway, yeah. Whenever I'm playing with him online and everything like that on this game, that's really the most fun I get out of it. Don't get me wrong, I like doing these, playing it on my own sometimes too, but honestly, I get more fun actually working as a team with Axel. Half the time we'll end up playing as a team to work as wolves as well to actually hunt down and kill things, so. Let's see. See? Concussion grenades don't do shit. I was closer to that thing. Look, let's get closer. I'll get closer, see? That didn't do much of anything. I'm sorry. I know. I understand. They don't do shit.
That's good though. I mean, it might be useful for other stuff like.
It's good for. I mean, yeah, maybe for the other humans. Maybe it's meant to distract other humans or do shit because it doesn't.
That or it draws the attention of other humans. Basically, hey, get the hell over here! I need help.
Maybe. I honestly haven't noticed that either, but maybe. That's a possibility. It's just supposed to be a concussion grenade. It doesn't really do damage. It just does like a little sonic hit. So.
It's there for team killing and maybe calling for help. Who knows? Oh. We need a heal.
What the? Okay. Okay. Oh, that's why I died. Okay, I managed to kill this guy. Or wait, did I kill him?
That guy was just tanking all your hits when you have him in sight.
Right? And I just realized, literally just while I was talking with you earlier, did I realize how to actually lock on without gaining that last 4th power. Because that 4th power, like, automatically locks onto the opponent and just does some form of an attack. But that's all it does. It just doesn't really do like a other stuff. I guess it's like maybe an easy button setup for it to start attacking. I guess I don't know. Let's go again. I mean, so far our other viewers have yet to tell me to stop playing as a werewolf. So going as werewolf still. So far. I mean, I really don't.
Right now, I'm watching. Is there someone else?
It says I have 2 viewers. So if you're watching, then I have
right now.
Yeah. So then I have 1 other viewer.
I had to exit. What's it called?
Oh, your other game. I'm sorry.
No, full screen.
Oh, I got you.
I got my laptop to finally connect to the fucking Wi-Fi after giving me hell forever. And I don't know how long it's going to stay connected, but...
Has it been working or what?
It hasn't wanted to connect to Wi-Fi at all. I think it's jealous because I got the actual computer.
Aww. Your laptop deserves some love too, Sasha.
Yeah, that's...
What's wrong? You don't use it for... You don't use it for internet porn anymore?
I use it for writing.
That's true. Why the hell why would it be mess? Well, then again, you don't use it for Wi-Fi very often when you're writing, so I guess I don't know. Maybe it's just Wi-Fi jealous. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just imagining it coming to life, and you just be like, when you put it down, it's like, oh, what? You're gonna go over there and mess with your Wi-Fi, whore?
Yeah.
Bet she gets faster speeds than I do, doesn't she?
Oh, yeah. Also, did I send you the picture of my new thing?
Of what?
What's probably the coolest official, D&D dice set to come out so far?
Hell if I know. Did you send it to me and Chica, or just me?
Both. Chica hasn't commented on it, so I'm wondering if this send failed.
Let's see. How far back was this?
The day I got it, so...
If this was recent at all within the last 2 months, then you have then yeah, it's not on our group send or group text. On my personal, unless it's a YouTube video that you sent me or a Reddit post, you have yet to send me a picture. The last picture you sent me was your Warrior King movie.
God, that movie is so goofy. You're gonna love it when you see it.
Yeah? Whenever I see
19th.
it.
I sent the picture on the 19th.
On the 19th? No, yeah, the last thing you sent me was something of just Chi-Chi. And I remember seeing that, and that was that was disturbing as all hell.
Super annoyed by that.
Dude, so did I. Don't even talk about that. But yeah, okay, wait, the 19th?
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I have that you sent me that on the 18th, and then the next thing is me sending this now on the 27th. So you have your what's called failed altogether for those last 2.
All right, good to know. Anyway, well, I've sent quite a few things since then, so
maybe yeah. Who knows when it'll your cell phone network.
And I'd suggest meeting up tomorrow for D&D and stuff, but I gotta go to the dentist, and Azure's coming home at 11 tonight.
I mean, tomorrow's Saturday, and I have a few things to do tomorrow myself.
Yeah. So
but
yeah, my only
Saturday, I mean Sunday, I don't really think I'm doing anything Sunday, as far as I can tell. So we can probably do D&D Sunday if you want. I mean, I'm down, but it'll depend. Yeah. I need to make sure and see, because I don't know if my mother wants people here or not. I don't know if she's gonna be busy doing stuff here or not.
Like I said, it doesn't have to be there. Speaking of, do you still have all those sodas we stored up there?
Yeah, they're still in the back.
Oh, sweetness. Because even if we don't do it there, we can grab some of those nice, cool sodas and...
Just drink or what? Like...
No, you don't go somewhere else and play D&D there.
Well, I mean, that's true too, but still.
Find some park, gazebo or something, I don't know.
I mean, you do realize I have what's it called out back. We've done D&D on the table out back.
Yeah, but
That's
I'm saying if your mom doesn't want us there at all,
that's true. I mean, her property, her rules, I guess.
yeah. Speaking of,
My table
we
and my
should
stuff and everything else, though. Fuck. What?
Nothing. I was
I mean,
something that.
let's steer away from my personal life here a little bit, because
Oh no, I wasn't talking about that. I was thinking about talking about stuff that's channel related.
oh, I know. I was gonna try to
We
steer us
shouldn't
away
talk
from
about
that
on
for.
stream. So I went from one thing we shouldn't talk about on stream to another thing we shouldn't talk about on stream.
While doing something we shouldn't talk about on stream.
Anyway, but yeah, Code Vein is pretty fun so far. When I beat it and if I get bored with it quicker than I did with Dark Souls, because yeah, I did that. I've been doing that a lot lately. Is just getting bored with games. So
Really?
yeah, if I get bored with it, unlike I do with Dark Souls, I'll loan it to you. It's pretty fun.
Okay.
Kind of fan servicey in some of the character designs and super anime, but what do you expect of anime, Souls?
Right. By the way, I don't know if you remember hearing my last message to you a long while back for what's it called? Just Cause 4. You never really replied with any reaction to it, but yeah, one of the new DLC that appeared for Just Cause 4 has exactly what you wanted in the game that would actually give you appeal.
Yeah.
Enemies that actually have the grappling hook and can move around and maneuver the way you do.
Yeah. Now it just needs a freaking battle royale that's all about that.
And on the online thing, you mean?
Yeah, an online versus like hundreds of people enter, one person
Hey,
leaves.
honestly, you really never know. Because to be perfectly honest with you, that might be where it might end up heading. The end of the fourth game kind of hinted at it being like as if there's going to be a fifth. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just saying they kind of hinted at it like, but mind you, it was open ended. It could have been that, or if it might have just been just hinting at the DLC, for all I know, because the DLC is slightly like kind of not tied, but it kind of has to deal with the same people that they were planning on having it, like where they made the plans to deal with, and it kind of like seemed like they were planning on that on as a new game, but at the same time they have that DLC and they're dealing with those same people. So I don't know if they were hinting at the fact that DLC was coming out or the fact that they're going to be creating a fifth game based on that. Maybe both, for all I know. And I'm hoping that there's a fifth one, honestly. Because if the fourth one was that awesome and amazing with the different moddable abilities and everything like that, with just the grappling hook, it was just the way it was this in the fourth game. I'm just imagining what they'll end up evolving to in the fifth.
I don't know.
I mean, if they devolve it, I'll be saddened, but I don't know. Just Cause 4 was just a really fun game to me.
Okay, apparently I can't do that in the chat, so...
Can't do what in the chats? Chat?
In our group party conversation thing.
Wait, really?
Yeah. I was trying to send a thing, but it refused to let me for some reason, even though I've seen other people do it before.
Huh, that's weird. Yeah, the longer I just sit around eating bodies at these sites for a while, after a while I just feel like...
it is for the human players to realize oh, you're not a human. Let's shoot you. If they walk up on you eating the
Well,
body.
yes, no, it is true if they walk up on these sites, but half the time they're just running around the place trying to survive, find weapons and everything, and trying to gain enough items to survive. Because it's what's awesome is when you are playing as the human, you have to survive the cold, so you have to eat food and everything like that to keep yourself warm and everything like that to survive the night. So, or get into a house and or start fires or something like that in order to stay warm. Which is back to my earlier, what's called, you remember the info I was talking about earlier at the beginning of the stream and all that, where you told me, advised me against it for some stupid reason.
Against what?
To not say anything, like to say the opposite since I was playing as a werewolf when I was giving advice on how to, what's it
human
called?
players to watch you to defeat you later on, do you?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm kidding. I was saying that. I was just saying that as a joke, anyway.
Yeah. No, in general, I usually just simply say to stay away from the houses altogether when playing as a human. That's just my advice. And just keep on the move. But that's the way I've managed to survive the longest whenever I've played the game. That's my style. I don't know if other people can play differently, manage to survive longer different ways or not. But whenever I've stayed inside of a house for any period of time, I usually get found almost immediately by anything, by other players or by other werewolves. Or other wolves, I mean. Or by werewolves, not other... You know what I meant. By the way, I'm just down to only 2 wolves, me and someone else. Damn. 13 players left though. And that's what I love about specifically about that. Wait, what? Did you just send me an image?
Don't worry
Why?
about it till later.
My bad, okay. Let's go back to this. Wait, are you still watching?
Yes. I just sent you a picture of
Oh,
my
the
character.
other guy left.
Okay. I just sent you a picture of my character, so there's that, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, well, the other guy left, or the other person left.
That's fine.
No,
If
it's
you didn't want to
not.
watch, you didn't have to watch.
I mean, I don't know if it was them or somebody else, but they followed me. They put on the what's called that they would follow. So, or at least I got a notification earlier while we were talking when I first started this that I got a new follower.
Yeah. Like I said, just because someone's following you doesn't mean they have to watch. They can just watch when they're at their leisure. Remember, these videos are on YouTube for...
Oh, I know. But when they're linked on here, do they follow it on YouTube or do they follow it through the system? Because when I was watching you live, I was watching it through this thing that said "What's new" on my system.
I think there's an option to.
Okay. Because if so, then they may or may not know what our what's called are.
Like I said, there's I think there's an option too.
Okay.
Shit, what time is it? You gotta go to the dentist tomorrow morning.
You do?
Yeah.
Nice.
I gotta get shit
Are you
prepared.
are you finally getting dental from work?
Oh, I wish, no.
By the way, I haven't spoken to you in a long while. How is all that shit going? Mind you, I should probably get off a stream if we're gonna do that, but you know what? Screw it. Bitch about work. We just won't say the name of the place.
No, it's fine now that my manager, you know the one, is trained to work on the same machines I am. He's handling all the small stuff that he's keeping all the small stuff out of the way so I can get all the big stuff taken care of, making our machines better overall.
Ah, interesting.
Because for the longest time,
you said which one I know, the manager that I know? The main manager or the other manager? I know your manager. So, okay. Jay, right?
Yep.
Okay. Interesting. So, yeah. Okay, so he's fully trained on that now. Okay.
Yeah, and since he's actually taking part, what's called, I'm able to get the other stuff taken care of with what he's doing. So basically, he's lessening my workload enough for me to make more long-term fixes.
Ah. Well, that's
so
good.
Now I'm
That'll
not
at
the
least
only one working on those machines.
That's at least a good thing. At least the state of the machines will stay running, at least in functionality, a lot longer. It won't break down, hopefully, as often. Regular maintenance and all.
Oh, you'd think that, but then
I would, but your customers are assholes, so they're gonna be hard on those freaking... What's it called? So
that, and they're just not exactly the best, because like I said, a lot of parts on those machines aren't made anymore. Other parts replacements are a lot more brittle and flimsy and easy to break, so like last night, pretty easily replaced part, but two parts that shouldn't have broken so easily broke, and I fixed that today.
Okay.
So, yeah, and weird communication issues with other employees. But
okay.
Either way, working on those machines is like working on a puzzle, and it's entertaining, at least. People aren't, but the machines are.
Right.
Wait. What would happen if you were playing your game and it glitched out and you were a werewolf, but you had to do exactly what humans do to win the game?
I wish. That would be so freaking awesome.
Like, you had to stay warm, you had to do this, you had to do that, but you didn't have all the powers of a werewolf, you just looked like one, so the humans tried to kill you.
I mean, the humans still try to kill other humans left and right, so I mean, that really wouldn't matter on that front, but...
No, but when they see you running by, they're more likely to hunt you down, because they're just like...
What the hell is that armored werewolf with a gun?
Exactly. Wait, how's that werewolf shooting us? Like, you're just straight up just a human, you just look like a werewolf.
It's like, did that werewolf just steal my silver bullets from that chest?
Did that werewolf just open a chest? Did that werewolf just shoot me? Did that werewolf just throw a concussion grenade?
Yeah.
Like just confusing people.
That would be interesting.
I love it when online games glitch out in a super weird way like that.
Right. Ah!
Yeah. Mind if I cut out here?
If you want to leave, go for it.
Alright. Well, have a nice night, mate.
Alright, Sasha. We'll see ya.
I'm heading to the dentist tomorrow, then I'm probably meeting up with my brother, since he's finally coming back tonight, and playing Code Vein tomorrow, so I might be streaming then.
Oh, okay. Alright. Damn, I don't even know if I have you I'll need to subscribe. You know what? Send me a message on here. No, what I was gonna say is put on your what's it called, to subscribe to you. So when you actually do, it should give me a notification that you're streaming, shouldn't it? Or can I set it to?
Depends. Are you subscribed to our YouTube channel, or are you subscribed to... Or what? Because you can just follow me by entering my,
I mean, I can just go to YouTube. I can just go to YouTube. I'm already linked into our profile. I can just watch our videos. Yeah. But that's if I remember about it. I was just like wanting a notification. Oh, you know what? Just text me. Just send me a text and let me know that you already streamed it or that you're going to stream so I could watch it.
Yeah, let's
Alright.
try to keep the conversation a little bit more to the minimum. 'Cause I actually want to learn the story to this game. I might do a future playthrough after I go through the story,
Okay.
just to talk shit and so on.
Right.
But I actually want to learn the story in this game because I'm not sure if it's going to be good or bad, but fingers crossed.
Alright. I'm down. Alright, so let's see where the... Oh, shit. The helicopter's on the other side of this freaking map.
Alright, well, have fun.
Alright, I'll talk to you later, Sasha. Goodbye. And, at least say goodbye to the viewers. You are on recording.
Goodbye, viewers. And remember, always forget to...
Sasha's an asshole. Wow, left the party instantly. Anyway... Well, let's try to continue hunting these, the humans then. Yeah. Human has started evacuating. No! I can't run for a few more... Well, it's arrived in 5 minutes. It'll take a moment. Oh, one has evacuated. 2 vacancies on the helicopter. Oh, now I can run. Let's do it. Oh, there's 3, spots on the helicopter. Okay, that's something new to learn. I have yet to get to at least this far to have seen anybody get evacuating. Oh, 1 vacancy. So there's 3 spots, enough for exactly 1 team to get on and go, if they can get on and go. And us werewolves failed, me and the other werewolf. Okay. But so did all the other humans that didn't manage to get out. Oh, shit. That happened. Just to be able to go and get a body, find the body to heal, mind you. I ran onto the other damn freaking edge just to find that the damn freaking thing, the evacuation was on the other side. Okay. So, now that we have a couple more viewers, I'm going to leave it up to you guys. If any of you want me to play as a human this time, send a quick message and I'll get a quick notification to let me know that you messaged. It doesn't really matter what the message may be, just to let me know that you wanted me to go towards playing as a human. If you want me to continue playing as a werewolf, I'm going to hit ready now on werewolf. It usually takes a long amount of time, but if you want me to play as human, I'll jump over to playing as human. I can just cancel out, so just let me know. Until then, I'm going to pack a bowl and we are going to just chill. Yeah, I don't really know what to talk about for the most part when it comes to these long silences whenever I'm doing a stream. And I do apologize for that. I don't know if any of you have actually seen any of my other streams or not, but I will give you a fair warning if you happen to watch any of my others. I do have small moments of just silence because, honestly, it's when you're streaming, it's kind of like you're just talking to yourself, even if you're talking to others. And I don't normally talk to myself that very often, I guess. I don't know how to fill those empty spaces of silence very often. It gets a little awkward in my head. As you see, as I'm trying to ramble on for only oh god, so we only made it 1 minute and 30 seconds in. God damn it. I'm just joking. So, yeah, this game is fun. I don't know if any of you have played it, or if you have, you're just honestly just watching me go through my experience, I guess. If not, I suggest playing it. It's a pretty fun game. The only downside in playing as a werewolf is always going to be match time. The matching usually takes a long time. Today is actually going a little bit faster than usual. Usually I wait around 10 minutes, if not a little bit longer. Playing as humans, however, the longest is that I've ever waited is maybe about 2.5 minutes or so, roughly. Like maybe about as long as we've been waiting now, and that's about it, ever, as human. And it's always matched me in earlier than that. I do apologize if I sound a little congested. It's because, well, I'm a little congested. Congested. That word. Yeah, I don't know what to talk about. I do apologize. It's just like I said, it becomes awkward space. It's just boring. It's not like I swear my friend. I think my other friends, our other streamers, Sasha and Ichico. Honestly, they I think they know how to fill the space a little bit better, I'm assuming, than I do, maybe. Because personally, I cannot just I feel like I just ramble on instead if it's to fill up space or anything like that. It's not anything coherent or anything that actually matters. That's just, I don't know. That's my thought process. Let's see. Screw it. I have a random book here of random things of questions that will make you apparently think again. I don't know. Let's read through it. Oh, shit. Sasha's texting me. Oh, link. Sasha decided to send a link. Apparently late. That was supposed to have happened earlier. Oh, right. I forgot Sasha's internet thing. Or not internet, phone. Bullshit. His phone and my phone do not like to apparently be friends or play nice or anything. They send messages, they don't arrive on the other phone for like weeks, or until at least another number of messages have been sent, and suddenly I'll get a text message that he sent like a month or two beforehand. I'm not even joking about that. One time he went on this little trip for work and everything like that, and sent me a bunch of pictures from the place and everything like that once he got back. And it literally took about like a week for a handful of them to come in, another 3 weeks for another handful to come in, and then I think a month after that for the last bit of them to come in. Like it didn't make any sense. Let's see. Read a random topic in this book to talk about for maybe 30 seconds. Never mind. Maybe there's no point in reading a topic from this book, even though this book is really interesting. Like, what's the weight of the human soul? Apparently, it's 21 grams. Guy did an experiment. We'll read more about. Wait, let's see how. Okay, yeah, it's already matching us in. You know what? With the next matchup, I'm gonna put this on hold and put this to the side. And if you want, I'll read through this for you guys after that, just to pass that through that time, so you can hear the fact that the weight of the human soul comes out to 21 grams. Waiting on those other players. Come on, other players. I like how we're like already on the map, just waiting in these tanks. It's just like the company thing or whatever the hell, the group that's behind all this shit and everything is just like, yeah, we just keep our werewolves in tanks. They're just strewn about out in this one area that we have. They just stay there until we need them. Why am I always spawning in the most inopportune places to end up at to consume? Let's go. God damn. Horrible. Holy what the fuck was that? That was intriguing. Is there a new type of grenade in here now or what? Because was that meant to be the concussion grenade? Okay, that's just sounded weird from afar. Are you trying to hit me? What the hell? Seriously, other wolf? You wanted to attack me? You can't do damage to other wolves, dumbass. So we're on the same team here. I mean, that's weird that you can't do damage to other wolves the way other humans do damage to each other, but still. It's at least a partial upside. I mean, I could have found that guy's kill, apparently, if something blew up in there. And okay, let's give it a slow walk right over here. If I'm timed at this. Oh, I got this wrong. Up here. There we go. Not timed, but aimed correctly. Or got it right. I don't know. Transform in 30 seconds and I haven't even got close to my first power? God damn it. So this is what I meant by inopportune starting locations for the werewolf. When you get to a really off place and you have to start up anywhere near the center, for the center pile of bodies, you'll end up with chances of running into a lot of humans. Usually ends up very, very bad. So far, we've gotten lucky. Nobody's come over here this way yet. But usually this place right now is a really good place for the humans to come get items and everything like that, which is usually what draws them. I mean, there's a lot of them hanging around the place. And there goes the other wolf. Dude, howl all you want, bro. Just because you were lucky enough to eat. My character didn't get anywhere near any bodies until just a moment ago. Yeah, this takes a while. I apologize. You know what? Let's try to play that stealth wolf I was talking about before. Let's see if these other wolves just get killed off eventually by oh wait, now there's only 6 humans left. Never mind, these wolves are good. Or there's a lot of humans that are just assholes killing each other. Oh yeah, they just went a gun kill. Yeah, okay. These other humans are just killing each other and whittling down the numbers way too quickly. That isn't that much fun. I really hate those players. Why can't they just try to survive as humans? I mean, I get that there's only 3 spots to evacuate in the end. Don't get me wrong, I understand that. But for the beginning part, I mean, you're all trying to survive from these effing wolves. Why not just leave the other players alone until that final last, like freaking run into the battle, like rush to the helicopter? That would make that a lot more fun, don't you think? Just like a giant epic battlefield of just like 24 players and 3 werewolves running in for that. Or however many manage to survive any of the werewolves as the werewolves keep going. Because honestly, werewolves don't really end up killing that all too many people through these. Me and like 2 other players that I know that played this and everything like that, we honestly haven't gotten that many kills whenever playing as a werewolf. It's a couple of kills. Most of the numbers whittled down because other humans. This location does not have enough, what's it called, bodies down. We're gonna have to make our way over here. Luckily, we have 1 power that can shorten that. Oh, wait. Remember to be smart. Players can hear the thumps of the werewolf. Now that I'm out of stamina, I can walk this way. Even that thump they can technically hear. This one is a nice calming one, they don't really notice. But screw it, we need to get up to this place as quick as we can. I did it. Okay. We at least got the 3rd power. Let's try to make it to the 4th. Even though technically, now realizing the 4th isn't necessary. But it's useful. So yeah, I don't see anybody in my immediate area. Wolves or humans. So we're good on that. There's no more bodies I need that can be consumed here. Should be at least 1 more, right? Oh, oh, oh. I don't think, yeah, I didn't get these guys out of here. Alright, now we're good. Let's see. Let's run towards the other camp, even though there's no reason to eat anything from there. I'm gonna take a good quick run out this direction. That's a little bit close. Alright, and now let's take a quick whiff of the whole place. Oh, shit. I should have done that first. Three players. Ah, they killed a werewolf. Yeah, I like playing a stealth wolf better than anything else. It's kind of why I hate teams, and these are the last three humans, aren't they? And it's just me and this guy. This is it. This is just us right here. Well, what you howling for? We're right here.
First blood.
Ah, they killed the other guy. Yeah, it's just these two. Let's run for a minute and go and find ourselves a body to eat. We'll hunt them back down. Oh, there's a body right out. Yeah, there's a body or two right over here that I didn't finish eating. Alright. So the center, what's it called, is there. I mean, we're not calling anything. I know there's nothing there to call over, but... Oh, these guys were running south. It's gonna be this helipad down over here. Huh. It's too bad that the sniffer thing doesn't allow you to, like, sniff out a dead body laying on the floor that you can pick up when you're injured. They're gonna be coming here. Oh hey, dead body. What fortuitous timing. Or did I say that right? Fortuitous timing. That one. That only got me halfway though. Huh, that is honestly better than nothing. And we're like, ooh, there's another one. Oh. Wait, no, they are coming over here to this one. And we did it. Mind you, before I can eat one of them at the last two, but yay! Let's see if I can do one last what's it called? No, that timed out. I couldn't do one last howl. Oh well. We did it. So we got victory as a werewolf at that one time. You know what? And because we finally accomplished that as werewolf, why don't we finally switch over to human? Or do you guys still want me to keep going as werewolf? Because that's fine. Just send. Don't. I don't know. You guys haven't bothered before. Let's see. Yeah, screw it. Let's see what two randos we're gonna end up with. Now, as long as one of these guys doesn't just suddenly cancel out because they're impatient, then this should match us up fairly soon. Usually it goes like hell of a lot quicker, like I said, than werewolves. on, other players. Why do we have to wait? Yeah, screw it. Just don't even think. Alright, let's see where we're gonna drop in. And screw it as soon as we're able. Alright. Go to this back house over here right away. Let's get in here and start looting. I think one of our guys is already dead. How he died? I don't know. Ooh. Almost left behind a helmet. Ooh, more bread. Ooh, and weapons. Or a weapon. Alright. Now we stay on the move. So that's the only reason I ever go into a house in one of those houses, for my opinion. Oh, okay. Now that one guy's already dying. I had to find way the hell out there. Damn. Let's see. Player list. All kinds of people are playing. I'm not going to read that right now. Oh, somebody already managed to kill a wolf. Cool. Nice. Another spot. Ooh, armor. And three things of armor and a hat. Or a helmet. Or a hat. Let's see. Ah, more over here. Ooh, better gun. Should be able to get that one.
The night has come. The air is getting cooler.
For sure. Is it? Haven't noticed. Oh, that one guy's already dead. He's gone. Poor guy. This is a good place to just light one of those. I think I have that armor already. Yeah, I do. Oh well. Let's keep going. Ooh, more stuff. Do I need? Okay, yeah, I grabbed. Okay. Okay, cool. So let's load this one. Switch over to our other one. Load this one. Now if I pick up some silver bullets, we can load the handgun as well. Let's eat an apple and pick an apple. And be on our way. Let's see. I mean, I'm picking up shotgun shells for no reason, but I mean, it doesn't necessarily hold against any carry weight or anything like that, I don't think.
Data number 1 can now be collected.
Take a quick look around, see if we see any datas. I love once we get to like number 2 and number 3, it sounds like they say, oh, cool, one of my other allies has gotten it. Where was he? On the other side. Damn, okay. When you get to the 2nd or the 3rd, and it says that it's ready to be collected, it sounds like they say dater instead of data. Dater number 2 is ready to be collected. Like that. It's, I don't know, funny to me. Yeah, as far as I can tell, there's no... What's it call it? In our immediate distance. But that doesn't mean we won't find something out here. If you keep on the move. Eat some bread. Since we picked it up, mind you, it's like, might as well, right? Let's keep running this way. Nothing over that. Over yonder, there's a house. And nothing else over there as far as I can see. Let's get to this place and see if anybody's already ransacked it. There's just only one werewolf left. Yes, nobody's come here yet. Yeah. Ooh. We got ourselves a flamethrower and a fuel can for it, and some ham and some silver bullets. As much as I love that sniper rifle, we're going with these weapons now. Like, ooh, bread. Okay. Running out of amount. Okay, so we'll just eat a couple. And then pick them up. Alright. Let's get going. Get this bad boy loaded. Then we're gonna... Nope, wrong one. Switch to this. And load our silver bullets. And run with this in our hand for a little while. Because if we come across that one last werewolf, then we're gonna need it. I mean, there's one more house over here we can, I guess, check. Oh, wait, there's something up here. Let's go do this instead. This is safer. Always stay on the move. Ooh, level 3 helmet, some more bread, and ammo. Let's eat one more piece of bread. And then pick up the bread. Like that. Oh, there's still more bread there. Okay. Eat another piece of bread, I guess. There we go. I'll just leave that lit and just run. I'll leave that as bait to pull something toward it. Ooh, apple tree. Alright, harvest. Oh, okay. Okay, we didn't have need that many apparently. Thought I was already getting low on apples. Huh. Oof. Grenade. And ammo to guns I don't need. Am I?
Data number 2 can now be collected.
See? Dater. Dater number 2 can now be collected. And we also have a, what's it called, landing over there. And I'm going to have to run over there after I get this. Come on, guy. Get running again. Eat some bread as you run. Carbo load so you can just marathon this shit. I mean, they kind of can. Their stamina doesn't go down while they run.
Data is collected. Map has been updated.
Alright. We got ourselves a first aid kit now. Oh, there's another, what's it called over here?
Your body temperature is too
Don't need
low,
any of
and
that.
you are taking damage.
No, I'm not. Oh, I also forgot I had ham. Let's eat the ham. Body temperature too low, my ass. Maybe the other guy. Not me. Oh, other werewolf is dead. Nice. So now I have all kinds of epic weapons for, players. Great. So everything's just going to come down to a battle royale thing at the very end. It's going to be me and hopefully our other guy if he doesn't die on us.
Your body temperature is
In
too
a
low,
survival
and you are taking
thing
damage.
to the end. It's come on. There we go. There it is.
Your body temperature is too low, and you are taking damage.
Don't worry about it. Let's see.
Your body
Do the
temperature is
drops.
too low, and you are taking damage.
Honestly, there's nothing really there.
The dawn has come. Get ready for evacuation. Data number 3 can now be collected.
That there dater number 3.
Your body temperature is too low, and you are taking damage.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I got apples.
Your body temperature is too low, and you are taking damage.
Yeah, boxes. Oh, more flash grenades. Forget it. We'll light that for a moment. Ooh, got a fuel can. Ooh, more bread. Ooh, health. Screw this place. Ooh, more fuel. Damn. Awesome. Let's go to it then. I'm gonna go around the lit houses though.
Your body temperature is too low, and
Not for long.
damage.
There's another little box over here. Open this up and hopefully there's just some bread or some food or something we can take off. No! Run. Eat an apple. An apple every minute keeps death at bay, I guess. God damn. Need to find at least another apple tree, too. At least, mind you, I haven't been really searching all too hard while I've been running. See? Almost walk right past one.
Your body temperature is too low, and you are taking damage. Game will end in 3 minutes. Please hurry up and launch the signal flare. Your body temperature is too low, and you are taking damage.
No, I'm not. My character's just gonna overdose on freaking apples right now. I mean, is anybody just sat there and just eaten like 7 apples in like 2 minutes? Or how, well, mind you, for us it's like a few seconds, but...
Game will end in 2 minutes. Please hurry up and launch the signal flare. Your body temperature is too low, and you are taking damage.
I know it's too low, but I can't do anything about it now. I only have another health thing or whatever the hell until we finish this. It looks like our partner over here is going to at least send off the flare. So the least I could do is run away and find something to keep myself warm.
Signal flare has been launched. The extraction site is marked on the map. Your body temperature is too low, and you are taking damage.
Like I know I am. I'm trying to find something in order to not. It's just not working. Here we go.
Your body temperature is too low, and you are taking damage. The helicopter has arrived. Evacuation start.
Yes, yes, and
Body temperature is too low,
woo!
and you are taking damage.
This is the very first time I actually managed to escape successfully. I owe it to this guy, to this other guy that we were going with. We did it. Our team has managed to complete an evacuation. The Last of Us. Yay! We did it. We got an accomplishment for this recording, and I'm actually glad this was actually on recording. And I thank you guys for at least being here for that. Mind you, for the first time we decided just let's go human, and that happens. All right, let's go back to werewolf since that's actually fun. Plus that's also a wait. Wait, what time is it actually? Give me a second. Let me check. Otherwise, we might have to just call it for tonight. And it's 11. Oh, all right. On my end, it's 11. Holy. Okay. Actually, yeah. I do apologize, but we're I know that was anticlimactic and everything, but it's actually getting late, and I have stuff I need to do tomorrow, and I need to get some rest before 4 in the morning. So that's only 5 hours away. So good night. This has been fun, and I know I'm so sorry. This was just so sudden and random. I haven't been paying attention to the time and how long we've been streaming or been playing. So. But thank you for joining us for Don't Even Think. Next time, just don't even think and click on our buttons and or on our videos and our click the play button. Just watch. It's fun. EXP Grind. Just remember us. Goodbye. I am the lord of this empty chat. God damn you, Sasha.